Hey YouTube, it's Prep for Life. Check out what just came in the mail. I always love new package day, and it is my new belt from Nexbelt. These guys build a pretty interesting product. I am definitely not new to the world of ratchet belts. These guys have been doing a really good job of marketing actually several different belts on the market, but this one is specifically for carrying an EDC, being able to hold the extra load. Yeah, you can see right there, instead of using pins, they're using like an Allen wrench stainless steel screw. Let's go ahead and just pop this beauty open right here. There it is. Oh yeah. Isn't that gorgeous? Got the OD green with the pewter style belt buckle. I just think that looks so fantastic. Let's go ahead and take this out of here. Packaging looks pretty nice. I mean, this thing's well put together. I don't have any really concerns. It looks like I got extra screws. Yeah, that buckle has some heft to it. Actually feels really solid. I like that. And then what they're also saying is that with this part, yeah, you can feel it in the action, they're utilizing a very strong magnet. So instead of just bending metal, which of course can break over time, it's very positive, very proactive when I click that. So that should be easy to unlatch, but this thing just does not feel like it's going to give up anytime soon. Just a nice buckle. I'm really impressed with the attention to detail that you're finding in here. So far, pretty solid company. I'm excited to put this thing on. I need to measure this thing around my waist, and then, oh cool, they've already even got it measured by inches too, so that kind of helps as well. So depending on how many inches your waist is, you basically cut that, feed the end into this little section right here, and then close those little teeth right in, and then that becomes basically kind of your one size fits all. But for those of you unfamiliar with the ratchet belts, what happens is I pass this through, and it should be a perfect fit every time, because I'm now going and finding, if you can hear that ratcheting sound, finding the setting that works best for me. It's a custom fit every single time. That just looks fantastic. And then to get it undone, I push that, it disengages the lock, and I can just slide it right out. So the ones that I've used in the past certainly weren't cheap. About in the same price range as these guys. Typically I'm wearing them for like work and dress up occasions and things like that. So I've never really tried to, if I'm being honest, to load them up as an actual EDC or a gun belt. I'm going to try sizing this around my waist, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how I feed it in. Okay, so coming back to you, it seems pretty straightforward, but there are a couple of recommendations here within the instructions specifically for the carry belts, the EDC. So for one, they're saying add 2 inches to the pant size that you usually do, and then cut the strap, because you can always, if you need to size it down, you can always cut large and then size down from there. And then this is what I found interesting. You buckle down with those teeth. That's usually where most belt companies are stopping. Apparently, these little screws down here are actually to put right in there and actually strengthen the entire operation. We're talking about a gun belt. It's got to be able to carry a lot of weight on there and handle a good load. In fact, you'll see right here, obviously don't over tighten, but right there, only use, if you're going to swap out the buckles, only use the EDC line of buckles when you're carrying a firearm. So that's pretty cool. I'm actually glad I read that. I'll take my normal belt size, and I'm going to go ahead and add 2 to it. I'm going to cut right there. So we definitely have the nylon, but I think I'm also seeing some plastic reinforcement as well. It's super thin, right? They haven't overcompensated with thickness, but it feels nice and stiff. It feels the way that you would actually want an EDC belt to feel. Like most belt manufacturers, you're gonna put that in there, slide those notches down and clamp. Okay, very cool. And then that's where most stop. We're gonna go one step further, get you a shot of these screws. As you can see, they have a really pointy end that's gonna dig into the belt and give you a little bit more grip. And then I love that they're already putting some Loctite onto these screws, so that thing should stay in place. I'm going to take this, throw that on the end of the Allen wrench. It says don't over tighten, so I won't go overboard. Right there. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's nice and recessed. Awesome. Okay, let's do the other one. Hey, that's looking really sharp. I like that thing. Let's go ahead and try this on and see how we're looking. Probably left a little too much on. Well, I have plenty of red left. My only concern is how much strap's coming out over the other side. Now the other thing is I want to make sure that this is long enough that I could put it inside the waistband holster over here. Feels perfect. I get it right where I need it to, and then again I just disengage that latch. It slides right open. Okay, well, I'm looking again. I have enough extra belt here that it's going into the second loop, which for me I'm not a big fan of, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut a little bit more off. Okay, and that worked about perfect, so that felt just right. I'm going to go ahead and put these back in and flush. All right, I'd say that looks good. Looks-wise, it looks fantastic. I'm pretty impressed. I think it looks tough, but is it tough? Will it stand up to the test? So far, I am definitely liking this design. I'll get back to you folks, let you know what I think. I'm a few weeks into my test now with the Nexbelt, and I have to say I'm nothing but impressed. The belt has, over the time, taken a natural shape to my body, which is very, very good. And comparing this to my traditional grab-and-go nylon Velcro-based EDC belt that I think a lot of us are familiar with, it feels thinner. Even though the difference in weight is probably down to a few ounces, it just feels less bulky and overall is more comfortable. Originally I went with the 511, as you see here, just because of that precise fit, but now that I'm able to get that out of the Nexbelt with a ratchet style and a less bulky design, it makes it really, really attractive. I tried the Nexbelt with several different loadouts, everything from my usual heavy pocket carry to inside the waistband, and even a couple of outside the waistband loadouts, including a full-size handgun, as several mags, including an AR-15 magazine, and it continued to prove very effective. It had the right rigidity to be able to unholster, reholster, and have a surety in the way that you carry your gear. Coming in right around $50, this belt is not astronomically more than other belts on the market, particularly of the ratchet variety, but for the enhancements that you get, I feel it puts this belt at a very good value, bang for the buck, and I strongly recommend this as a good piece of EDC gear. I can easily say this will not be the last Nexbelt that I own, and in fact, over the last few weeks testing this out, I found myself grabbing it and putting it on not just because of the test, but because I truly felt it was the better choice, and I find myself migrating to it as my true everyday carry. Go ahead and check out their website. I've got the link below along with a discount code for my viewers. Let me know what you think, let them know that we sent you, and please, if you found this video useful, give me a like and a subscribe, and we hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.